Milton, Georgia is one of Fulton County's northernmost suburbs with picturesque estates and a fantastic location. And along with that comes its notoriously high price tag. Hi, I'm Sarah Maslowski. My team and I help people from all over make Georgia their home. Welcome, y'all. Milton is highly popular with commuters because you can be in Atlanta within 30 minutes. This largely residential city is a bit more rural and laid back than many North Atlanta suburbs that you'll find, but residents still have plenty of extra shopping, dining, and work opportunities in nearby Alpharetta. As a matter of fact, Milton is a relatively new city. It was just created in 2006. Many people choose Milton as their place to raise their families away from the city. It's very, very popular. In fact, niche.com named Milton the #3 best suburb in all of Georgia to raise a family. Its fantastic location and great schools make it very desirable, but the biggest downfall to Milton has to be the cost of living. So if you've watched my other cost of living videos in the past, you've heard me reference bestplace.org, which is a website that's going to break down the cost of living in towns all across the US. Now, they use a scale of 1 to 100 to describe the overall cost of living in an area compared to the national average. So the national average is 100, and the state of Georgia as a whole has a score of 93.4. Milton ranked a score of 143 on their scale, with the cost of housing receiving a whopping 229 rating. This was last updated in August of 2021, so it's even higher today. So their website gave a price of $671,000. Our MLS system shows that the median home price back then was $946,000 since they last updated this website. Since the website doesn't have access to all the listings in our MLS system, it's not surprising that their number comes in lower than what is actually reported in our current MLS system. It's also safe to say that even that score of 229 should be higher because, get this, currently there are 75 active listings on the MLS system in Milton at the time of filming this video. 59 of those houses are, drumroll, over $1 million, and 27 of those are over $2 million. The least expensive house in Milton right now at the time of filming this video is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with 1,100 square feet, coming in at $385,000. Now, the most expensive is a new construction home that has over 12,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms. You get an elevator that will take you to all 3 floors for a mere $7,500,000. The current average sales price of a home in Milton is just under $1.38 million, with a median sales price of almost $1.2 million. Super affordable, right? You would think that these high prices would slow down demand. No, the average days on market in Milton is only 11. Back in 2019, you were looking at 104 days. So despite the hefty price tag, people are still moving into this area. Now, if you compare the cost of homes in Alpharetta, where people seek out for many of the same reasons that they seek out Milton, Milton's home prices are significantly higher. When we look at Alpharetta, the current median average sales price is $684,000, which pales in comparison to Milton's $1.38. Now, people might seek out Milton instead of Alpharetta if they are looking for more land and privacy for these sprawling estates. One of the major contributing factors to the high prices in Milton is that homes are on bigger pieces of land, whether it be several acres or larger. Like this one, it sits on 30 acres. Having so much land while still being so close to the Atlanta area is such a huge draw, and it runs up prices on homes. Another big factor of homes in Milton is that you're going to see a lot of large equestrian estates. You have some of these in Alpharetta, but they're really concentrated in Milton. So if you are a horse lover and want a home with a barn still being close to the city, Milton is where you're going to want to be. Obviously, though, you're going to pay the price to live there. So what about taxes in Milton? So generally speaking, property taxes in Georgia overall are much lower than other states comparatively, like Florida, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, California. You can go and check out this video on my channel if you're interested in learning more about how property taxes work here in Georgia. However, property taxes here are based off the assessed value of the home. So if the home is valued at several millions of dollars, your taxes are obviously going to be much higher than if they would be on a home that's selling for $300,000. A good rule of thumb is that you can estimate that your property tax bill is going to be between 1% to 1.5% of your purchase price. That is a good rule, good estimate. Sometimes they're lower. Occasionally you'll see something a little bit higher. I still think you would be surprised by the property taxes, even on a massive estate that you're going to find in Milton compared to what you might find in other states. In Milton, you'll find that many of these homes that we talked about, they're on large lots. They aren't in neighborhoods. So this means likely you're not going to have to factor in HOA fees or club memberships like you would in other neighborhoods. Now, this is going to save you hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, if you were considering one of the country club neighborhoods. For example, River Club in Swanee, you have to pay $4,000 in yearly HOA fees. And if you want to be a golf club member, that's going to cost you $36,500. Yes, you heard that right. Almost 40 grand. That's very expensive. Now, aside from the high cost of homes in Milton, you're going to see that most of the other categories, when you're looking at cost of living, fall in line with the national average or just above it. So the grocery store category received a ranking of 103. In Milton, you're going to find Walmart, Aldi, Target, and a dozen of other stores that are typically in Alpharetta as well. But depending where you are in Milton, you're just a few minutes away from other stores like Sprouts, Whole Foods, Publix, and Kroger. So I'm sure you've heard me talk about all the great shopping that Alpharetta has, which you'll be able to get to very quickly in Milton. You're also very close to the collection at Forsyth, which has some really great shopping as well. Now, when it comes to the cost of utilities, Milton ranked a score of 101.7, which is lower than the overall state average of 103. So people from other states are always blown away when they hear that the utilities are not astronomically expensive here, since we have to run our AC what feels like 10 months out of the year. Every home in Milton is going to have air conditioning, and not just because they're mostly multi-million-dollar estates. Almost every single home in Georgia has to have air conditioning. It's a necessity. Of course, there's always exceptions to everything, but if you are getting a loan in Georgia, your lender will require that you have AC. On average, the monthly cost of utilities in the state of Georgia is around $350 a month. Now, at the time of filming this video, gas prices, y'all, they're high everywhere, right? And they're high here in Georgia. However, there's currently not a state in the US with average gas prices right now currently below $4 a gallon. So comparatively, Georgia is definitely on the lower side. When we look at Fulton County, where Milton is located, the average price of a gas a gallon is $4.25. So what do you think? Obviously, Milton won't be the perfect location for everyone, but if you are looking for a big piece of land, equestrian estates, mini hobby farms, and a gorgeous home while still being a hop, skip, and a jump away from Atlanta, this just might be right for you. If you live there, please let me know in the comments, and if this is a place that you've considered, let us know. And for more information on Alpharetta, which we talked a lot about, make sure you check out these videos.